The intent is really to sort of build an anti-Facebook of sorts. By people I think spending way too much time in isolation. With increasing urbanization and lifestyles and virtual friends and poking and selfies and.
Hi guys, my name is Arshi Yasin and I am here with Gaurav ji. And Gaurav is the co-founder of Pleo. Pleo, I think everyone at least in Bangalore knows what Pleo is, what they do. But if you guys don't know, Pleo is a sports community app which connects players with the sport basically by connecting and booking courts or any sports which you like in the area of your vicinity. So, hi Gaurav. Hi. So, personally, I am very much fascinated by Pleo because I'll end up on Pleo to book courts for me, for my team. And now what has happened is we have a group on WhatsApp called the Bridge Baddies.
Excellent.
So you can understand how...
Has Pleo got you guys playing more?
That's self-motivation plus
Agreed.
Pleo.
Ultimately, it's self-motivation. I think we're just trying to facilitate that motivation so that at least you have no excuses to not play.
But I must say the best part of Pleo is the UI is extremely friendly because there are so many apps on our phones and you don't feel like going back to that particular app again unless you have a good seamless experience in using that app. And then my team always comes to me and says that you are hungry for ratings and all of that. And yes, I am hungry and that amateur or beginner or professional. So I have reached the level of intermediate and I want to reach the level of pro. Let's see. We are playing regularly these days. So yeah, Gaurav, I want you to talk about how the idea of starting Pleo came to your mind.
So, a bit of personal problems really, I think. So sports was very important for me while growing up. Fortunately studied in an atmosphere where they stressed on all-round development. So, of course, studies was important, but all work, no play mantra sort of was imbibed into us. Just stopped playing as I grew up, and started working in the corporate life. So I was looking at getting back to sports and was struggling to actually make it happen. Tried treadmills and gyms, and this wasn't for me. So really, I think it was, born out of, personal need to reconnect with sports, play really. And adults just weren't participating in sports. I think we were all following sports. I mean, you ask people about what sports they follow and what clubs they like, and they'll quickly rattle off Arsenal and Liverpool. But they're like, when did you last play football yourself? We're like, duh. So I think that just seemed wrong that nobody was addressing this problem, not just in India, globally, and people weren't really talking about active participation in sports in the adult segment. So I think all these three things sort of combined and said, okay, let's do this and let's start off with this experiment and see where we get. So yeah.
And I remember the app got launched in May 2015.
Correct.
So you will be touching 5 years in a couple of months. And I'm sure the journey has been credible. And so what was that feeling like that, okay, the number of downloads in the first month and now the number of downloads in almost close to 5 years? What was that number in the first month when you
The first
started?
month, June end, I remember we had 1,000 downloads.
How was that feeling?
It felt great. Just 1,000 seemed like, the number is not a lot, but it's just happy to, have a product being used by 1,000 people. And again, it was all organic and stuff. It continues to be. So.
And right now, what is the number?
So we're at about 1.2 million downloads now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the number of active users on a monthly basis?
About close to 500,000. Yeah.
Wow. So which means, okay, 500k people are
about 475.
engaging on the app every month.
on the platform. Yeah, web and app put together, we do about close to 500,000.
Oh, wow, this is great. And so, what all sports? There's badminton, there's football, there's table tennis, and
So we cover about 42 sports. I mean, on an average, we see a user selecting about 2.5 sports, which is interesting because I mean, we want them to sort of do more sports and do sports more.
yeah,
Right. So yeah, I mean, badminton is obviously the most popular. I think all weather, all gender, 24/7 indoors. Sort of increasingly become the Aam Aadmi sport in terms of participation. So I think in terms of fans, badminton is definitely not in the top 10 sports globally, or even in India. But in terms of participation, we definitely see badminton driving participation. Even occasional kabaddi meetups and games, and interestingly now we're seeing communities, activities being created around cycling, running, and even hiking and motorsports. People biking together to Ramnagar or Nandi Hills, etc. So I think it's ultimately. For us, it's ultimately about connecting people in the real world through sports and activities. So,
and you started with Bangalore as a city.
We started with Bangalore. Yeah, for the first couple of years, we were just in Bangalore. In fact, for the first year, we were not even in Bangalore. We were in Whitefield and Hebbal and JP Nagar. So today we're in 7 cities. I mean, we focus on 7 cities today, 6 in India and Dubai.
And how's the response you're getting in Dubai?
Phenomenal. I think what's exciting is that the same model that is working in India is working in Dubai as well. And we're looking at launching in a few other countries this year. So hopefully Europe and Australia and in the near term and Southeast Asia and US in the medium term. So that's the plan. Should be going live in Qatar and Oman and Australia in a month or two. So that's the plan. In India we're covering Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, NCR, Pune, Kochi. So missing in Bombay, Calcutta,
and even Northeast India is
Northeast
something.
India, correct.
Yeah, they are so much passionate about playing.
Yeah,
so that region is.
Just that there's so much to do. Sometimes you just think that again, because nothing like this has been done successfully globally. So yeah, we sort of learning from our own mistakes, and we just sort of. Like I said, there's so much to do. We just want to do everything together, but that's not really possible.
Same here. I'm juggling with the same thing. Being an entrepreneur, we understand that because once we start with an idea in our head, and then when we actually get into the playground of work, we realize, okay, there is so much to do, and we want to achieve everything ASAP. So that is there.
Yeah, my team hates me for it. I'm like they call me Kabir and all. Kaal kare so aaj kar. So yeah, it can become quite painful for the team. But I think we've learned to pace it well. I think we've learned to prioritize what is important, and so yeah, that sort of worked. It's slow and steady. Therefore.
Yeah. What has been the challenge in this business?
Lots of challenges, Arshi. I mean, one is, as I said, I think the first is, given that there's no successful precedent of what we've done globally, I mean, as businesses, especially in India, we used to sort of think, okay, there's a successful US model and now let's ape it for India, execute for India. For us, I mean, we're very clear about building for the world.
Basically, Playo is a platform which connects people who have will to play to the place and network with like-minded people where you can go and play. Okay. Having said that, Playo can only connect if there are enough courts and already maintained spaces. So what if, okay, let's say there are 1,000 badminton courts in Bangalore and you are there on those thousands, a badminton court, you take bookings, but then you're receiving demand that more and more people want to play and book. How is it under Playo's capacity to make that 1,000 courts into 2,000 courts? is Pleo into making of courts?
So we're not into making of courts. We're very clear we want to be a platform enabling people and enabling supply and enabling tomorrow brands to engage with users and basically sort of get more play happening. So yes, I mean that's infrastructure is also a constraint that sort of limits our capacity to grow. So let me put. I think there's two ways to answer this, Arshi. I think one is we catalyze infrastructure. So we try to engage with schools, for example, saying that okay, why don't you open up your venues? So we're working with a lot of school chains now. In Dubai, in fact, of the venues we've partnered with, about 50% of them are at schools. So schools have idle facility, right? And they can actually increase not just monetization but better their facilities because of this initiative and offer better facility therefore to students during the day. So that's how we catalyze. We're also sort of advocating with people looking at setting up franchises or setting up sports venues. So there's a lot of advocacy we do to create more venues. So I think that's one part of sort of growing the infrastructure. I think the second part is that you don't have to sort of link demand to play spaces. Especially pay and play spaces. So we're very clear we're not a venue aggregator, right? I mean today if you actually sometimes log on to our app, you'll find maybe 50 people getting together, to have a cricket game or a football game in a public space. Cubbon Park, Ultimate Frisbee Group get-togethers in Cubbon Park, or in B.R. Ambedkar ground, or Nandan football ground, or Oval Maidan. So, or like I said, cycling, running groups, right? So it's really about making the play happen and getting people together to play.
And see, we all have grown up, like I've grown up in a small town of India, and I know that we always had enough fields and grounds to play outside our houses, but now kids who are being brought up in cities, they don't have enough places, open spaces to play. So which is again a cause of concern. But then how do you think, because your Pleo is only for adults right now?
Correct.
So do you intend to tap into the kids segment?
No, we don't. I think for us, a lot of good work is happening in the grassroots, the kids segment, curriculum, companies like EduSports and others. I think they're doing great work on the school side. See, for us, it's about changing mindset, and I think we focus on the treetops, therefore saying that okay, we can change mindsets of adults, then hopefully and say that okay, sports is not a social activity. I mean social in the CSR sense, or it's a check in the box. I mean also from venue side we can say it can be a lucrative, profitable business, right? So we can actually then create mindsets, pushes by parents saying that okay, let's push, because we are doing more sport, why shouldn't our kid do more sport?
From Play Store, I remember in 2018, so Google Play awarded Pleo as the best hidden gem app of the year. So how did that happen?
Actually, we don't know. It just happened. So it's not something we applied for. It's just another usual day at work on, I think, sometime in December 2018, and we got a mail from Google saying you've been selected as the best apps of 2018 in the hidden gem category, and that's it really.
Wow.
So that was really nice. I think sort of I think they selected about 12, 13 apps, or maybe about 20. I don't remember correctly. For on various metrics, and it was interesting. I mean, there were only 2 Indian apps on that list. One of them was us.
Wow.
So yeah, the likes of Google Pay and PUBG, and especially PUBG, and then you had Pleo. So yeah.
Both P's.
Yeah, both P's, but both anti, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
So
one sit indoors and one play outdoors.
Right.
So yeah. And for a city like Bangalore, I think for any city where a lot of people migrate for work and IT and other industries, let's talk about Bangalore, where in terms of a weekend activity or entertainment, we don't have a lot of diverse options. Either you have to go to a mall, or people go to pubs, and you go out for movies, and all of this adds on to the already sedentary life we lead on a weekday, on a work day, like working for 8-9 hours. And I feel you will be better to comment on this, that because Play-O is something which has brought people out of their closet, and that too effortlessly and comfortably and by people's will. They are loving to play. So how is it? Does people come to you and they reach out to you that it's been great?
Yeah, I think we've got so many people not just started into sports, but I think the way I put it is rediscovering sports, and I think that is most gratifying. Just like a few examples really. There's countless really, and I think that's sort of what keeps us going.
Okay, the best one.
Okay, give me 3.
Okay. Okay.
So, 3 to banta hai.
Yeah,
right? Okay.
banta hai.
So one, I mean, on Reddit or Quora, I don't remember where, somebody said that I'm suffering from loneliness and depression. I don't have a friend circle, and somebody replied, try Play-O. I think that to me was very overwhelming, right? Because that is really what we're trying to build. I mean, I know it sounds a little silly, but I think the intent is really to sort of build an anti-Facebook of sorts. By people I think spending way too much time in isolation, with increasing urbanization and lifestyles and virtual friends and poking and selfies, and so I think for us it's just our road to sort of pull people out and get them back into the physical world where friends means friends and not.
My next question would be, because I go and play via Play-O, I notice one thing on courts, the gap between male and female presence. Can you give me some number on the male-female ratio on your platform?
Not good enough. Should be much better. But again, it's one of the constraints that we work under. I wish we could do more. But encouragingly, we've got about 17% of our users are women.
So, just we will wrap up in a bit. What is the roadmap ahead? Where do you see Play-O 5 years down the line? In how many countries, if you have the number right now?
All of them, yeah. All of them. I don't know how many countries are there.
How many countries are
200 there? 200 or 200 plus, yeah. So all of them. Yeah, I think it's such a powerful emotion. I want to see this, sports being a way of life everywhere, yeah, and people using Play-O to do more sports. So I think in terms of roadmap where we want to be, very clearly we want to be across the world, and B, I think we were sort of we today addressing right, so we want to sort of make sure we increase the relevance of Play-O to a user more and more with respect to his participation in activities.
Any message to the audience you want to give?
Keep playing, guys. Play more. And if you like what we're doing, rate us on Play Store.
That was coming. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks,
Gaurav.
Rashid.
Yeah.
Thanks.